Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 2 on the Araroa trail. It is 10 after 7, and it was a beautiful night last night. Good temperature. Not sure what it was, but it was not too cold. I think 9 degrees or so Celsius is what it was forecasted to be. So it was beautiful. Sound of the ocean outside of our tent all night. Took on a little condensation, just being next to the water like that and being on top of the grass. But all good. Beautiful day coming today. I think it's supposed to be clear again for the next few days. So looking forward to just getting through this stretch. There's some rain in the forecast we're trying to beat, but that's several days away. So got 28K to do today, 17.5 miles, and the first 4K of that or so are through this scrub through the hillsides, and then we'll end up on the beach for the remainder of the day. I had a great evening with the other hikers. I was there last night, met 10 other people, and kind of just hung out and introduced everybody to each other and hung out, watched the sunset, which was beautiful.
Tide pooling.
And the tide pooling, yes, I know. That is always a great part too. That was one of our favorite parts of the Oregon Coast Trail. And so we saw some really cool stuff down there in the tide pools. You've watched yesterday's video and you should see a few of those things. All small stuff. The pools weren't very big, but that's okay. It was really cool. It was a really nice evening. So hoping for more of the same tonight or today. We're headed to the Bluff campsite. Hopefully you enjoy the views today. After a while, it'll be mostly beach. Looking back towards our campsite that way, which is kind of right there in that gap. So we've gone, I don't know, 2.5K or so at this point. Oops, reached the top of a hill. I don't remember, Scott's something or other. I think it's called Scott's Point. Yeah, it might be. So saw a sign for it down at the bottom. All right, beautiful views. Sure we'll get more of the same on the other side. We have reached the beach once again. So we are headed down the stairway and whatever leads ahead to get down there, and then we've got 13 miles or so, 24K or approximately left to camp. All right, down the steps. Look here, back on the beach. Another 13, 14 miles to go. Not sure if it has a name or not, but there is a rock out there in the ocean. Tasman Sea has a little archway underneath it. Pretty cool. Very reminiscent of our walk on the Oregon Coast Trail. Kind of cool. And then we got these two chatty seagulls over here. Gotta look up and see what kind they are. All right, continuing along the beach. We're somewhere less than 20K out, I think, at this point. Somewhere around 12 miles or so to get to camp. Still a ways to go, but we've got the tide going out. I think low tide is somewhere around 1 p.m. today. So we really have been fortunate with timing this. Our days lined up really well where the tide's going out midday. It was high around 7 a.m. this morning, so it's really been perfect for us. So good sand to walk on. We can just cruise with no issues. A little less than a kilometer to go to our campsite right up there on the Bluff campsite. There's this little, I don't know, peninsula, I guess, right out here off the point. Kind of cool to see the water crashing up over the rocks there. Looks like you can drive out there when the tide's out, which it is right now. All right, we'll be there shortly. Okay, we have made it to the turnoff to the campsite. Go up this, whatever you want to call it, Jeep track, through the really soft sand to get up here to the site. So not quite sure where it is yet, but up away from the water, thankfully, because the tide's gonna start coming in here soon. All right, here we are at the Manganui Bluff campground. Looks like we got some water in there, privy, and some areas to camp. I think we got some locals out as well, spending the day. So we'll see where we can find a spot. Okay, here we are with the wrap up for day 2 on the Araroa Trail. It's a hard word to say. So today we did 28 kilometers, 17 and a half, right, miles. Not much elevation, but it was all at the very beginning of the tramp today. So go ahead. Why don't you describe
our day?
Yes.
This is what he does. Rather than talk the entire time, he last minute tells me, why don't you tell us about this?
So now I'm going to cut this part of the video out. Okay.
Okay. So, well, we left camp at about 7 o'clock in the morning, and we didn't really start climbing immediately, but it was all, once again, like a sand road type of thing that we were hiking up and over, kind of like the Bluff.
Yeah.
Cliff. I don't know what we
yeah,
would call it.
Hillsides. Yeah.
Hillsides.
I don't know
because obviously
you
can't you can't cross the beach at that point. Either it's too rocky or the water is right there, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, we had some steep climbs. What was it? Tom's Point?
Scott's Point. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
That was a nice steep climb, and then we were at the top end for a while, which was nice.
Yeah. Yes, we did have flat at the top.
Yes, yes. And then the steps down to 90 Mile Beach.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. Well, first of all, I'm not sure if what we did yesterday was actually part of 90 Mile Beach, or if what we started today was part of 90 Mile Beach. Either way, it was beach. But today definitely feels like 90 Mile Beach. Going back to the steps, there were over 400 of them going down that I counted when I started counting. So,
right. Yeah.
But in total, there were over 400. So, anyway. Back to the beach?
We got to the beach, and then it was pretty much, 15, 16 miles of beach walking. So it was flat, which is, obviously. So pacing is great. We can probably do a 3-mile clip consistently, for quite a while. And, but you're doing the same movement over and over again.
Yeah. But the tides were with us.
The tides were with us.
We were really, we timed this, as perfectly. That the tides are going out in all morning. And low tide was somewhere around noon, I think. And so it was just great for us.
Sand was perfect to walk on. It wasn't too hard. It wasn't soft at all. So it was great.
Right. We really cruised.
Yes, we did. We saw these interesting shells and creatures and things like that.
Jellyfish.
Not as many as we have on other beach walks,
right?
But different. So that was fun to kind of look for that type of thing as well as we're walking along.
The ones that we thought at first were the mana wars, we learned from blue bottles are called blue bottles. Yeah, by the Australian guys that are here. Informed us of that. So that was kind of cool.
Apparently they have a harsh sting.
Yes.
That they are pretty potent.
Yeah, don't touch them.
Yes.
Basically. So kind of like everything that's around Australia at least. Don't touch it. It'll kill you. Yeah. So I don't know if they'll kill you, but anyway. Otherwise we saw, I've already added 10 new birds to my life list in the last 3 days, so that's been really cool.
I told you.
Yeah, we saw oyster catcher yesterday and a different swallow. Today we saw some new gulls and a different cormorant. That was pretty cool. So that's been fun. And other than that, we didn't really see anything along the beach as far as wildlife or anything. Horse prints. There are wild horses here, which is neat. We heard that actually here at this campsite is where we were likely to see them. There are footprints all over
on the beach.
Yeah, but we actually did get to see 2, I guess.
Well, it was a thermometer full.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So they were right back here
behind us.
Yeah, in those trees. And earlier, all of a sudden we just heard this whinny, and everybody perked up real quick, and we ran over to see them, and we got a glimpse of them in the trees. But then
Mom wasn't having it though. She was a little concerned, so she didn't get too close.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
She was like, "Oh, I know that they're hikers. Stay away from them."
They don't have food to hand out because they eat all theirs.
That's right.
Yeah.
So. So I mean, it wasn't an uneventful day, but beach walking for that many miles, just flat, straight, it wasn't overly exciting. There was that one rock that had a hole in it. That was kind of cool that we, out in the water. So otherwise, that's it.
Yeah, we got to camp about 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And have just been relaxing and socializing.
Right.
Since then.
Had another, go ahead.
Do it all again tomorrow.
Do it all again tomorrow, yeah. Had a great evening again with the group that's here. So, we have to camp at these spaces. There's nowhere else to camp, so we're all just traveling to the same spots every single night, so which is nice. We get to know each other, so all right, so day 3, exactly the same pretty much as the end of today, or most of today. We've got a little bit longer walk tomorrow, 20, I forget what the kilometers are. I think it's 18, right, 18.4 miles. So that's, and
it's all beach. It won't be broken up with any kind of elevation,
right,
of any sort,
and not a lot of water. So we have to carry water, but we are going to a nice campground, I think, on the other end. So
campgroundish, yes.
Yeah. So we'll see what that's like. But okay, well, that is it for day 2. We will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Good night.
All right, and here we are once again. This is the Bluff campsite. This is the second campsite along the trail, obviously, because this is the end of day 2. There is a There is a toilet, a privy, in that little building right there. And there's kind of a, I don't know what you want to call it, like a cooking area, I guess, in that little building. Not really sure what it is. So it's, well, yeah, it's a cooking area, but it's a little dirty. So from a lot of birds and stuff like that flying around. So at any rate, yeah, so it's a nice big wide open area here. Lots of space for lots of tents. And we are tucked away back there by the trees. As you can see, our little orange tent back there. So good spot, Bluff campsite. Have a good night. Look like that all day.